gonna tell you guys something. I never want to bring this guy up, but this is a guy who started me to fight in MMA. But years later, he screwed me over with a gym. So fuck him. I'm not gonna say his name. But I remember he fought in UFC 20 at 17.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. His parents had to sign the damn thing.
Oh, that's like Vitor.
No
Vitor
shit.
Belfort says he fought. Remember, he said that he fought at like 16 or 17. I forgot how old he said he was.
UFC 20. Where was that at? Was that on the East Coast or was that?
I was there. I can't remember where the fuck it was. Probably Alabama or somewhere. I can't remember where we were. UFC 20. That's when Boss Rudin fought Kevin Randleman.
Wow. Oh, wow.
And Vanderlei Silva, that's my first time saying Vanderlei Silva. I used to be a big fan of Vanderlei. He kneed somebody in the face and he did the little knee thing and turned around like, oh, that guy's cool. And I wasn't even a fighter yet.
Man, Randleman.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that dude.
Randleman?
I missed that guy.
Yeah,
what was the story?
And shout out to his wife. She was an incredible lady. And So I go down to Ohio. You know, I'm down there. I'm 21, UFC, got some money. I'm getting a little fucked up. I get a little too fucked up. One of my buddies, like I come out like stumbling out, like complete like idiot. And my buddy's like, hit that motherfucker, hit him. I end up like hitting this dude and like I run off, like security tries to tackle me. I got one shoe on. Next thing you know, like some fucking horses are chasing me down. I'm like, what the fuck? Like kind of buzzed up. And then like next thing you know, like all these cops like slams me on the thing. They're like tying my arm behind my back. And I'm like, dude, stop. You're gonna break my fucking arm. And he's like, why are you running? I was like, I didn't know it was cops. You know, it was like, and anyway, these two dudes, like they get me in and they're saying something about like fighting. Oh, you look like a fighter, blah, blah, blah. And well, like somehow like I pass out, like I wake up because they were talking about Kevin Randleman. And I was like, bro, like fuck Kevin Randleman, dude. I was like, why don't you guys like get out the car right now? Like take off the cuffs. Like I'll fight you. You know, I'm just drunk talking shit. Like come on. You can put me back in cuffs. Like And they asked me if I knew about Kevin Randleman. Somehow I pass out, like I wake back up. Kevin Randleman is like playing this fucking part. They went to this bar, pulled up on Kevin Randleman, and he's wearing like a True Religion shirt, like, brr. And I'm like, what? Fuck you, da 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 da. I was like, let me out. Chuck Liddell knocked you out. I'll fucking do the same uppercut, motherfucker. Like I'm going crazy on this. I'm going crazy on this dude, drunk, and then like they're like, oh okay. Like he's like, hey man, calm down, bro. And I'm like, what are these like? Just woke up like in this like drunken rampage, and I'm like, what the hell? And so fast forward like years later, right? We're sitting down to a dinner table, and it's a bigger one than this. Like this awesome dude's down in Vegas. He's a lawyer from Miami. He's buying dinners. He's happy. You know the vibe, right? Yeah, he's just happy to be around me. Phil Baroni was there, and I'm sitting next to Kevin Randleman, and I can't help but think
he remember. Did he remember?
No, he didn't. And I'm like telling my wife, I'm like, man, I gotta fucking tell him. You know, like I go, so I lean over like after dinner, like all kind of gentlemanly, kind of like, you know, the vibe's about to kick up. They're talking about gambling, things are starting to wind up, and you know, he's with his wife, so I'm feeling like I'm safe. He's with my wife. Hopefully he has mercy on me. I go, hey bro, do you remember some young kid with some cops pulling up in the back seat, freaking out, and they're like, you know, he got into a bar fight and then you were in the back and I was like yelling at you. And dude, he just looked at me, was like, that's you. Like, oh, like it starts like going crazy. And I'm like, yeah, that was me, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it was just like, da, da. He's like, oh, and he was like, man, he's like told his wife, and she was like, yeah, he had told me about that, blah, blah, blah. Like he had totally like remembered that. And rest in peace, man. He was a great dude. I went out and had a great night with him and his wife. It was amazing.
It's great because the reason why I actually did he remember you because I met him at UFC 20 at that time. And I was sitting outside before the fight. It was like probably that Wednesday or Thursday before the fight, just having a conversation.
In his prime, probably.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, damn.
Yeah, just having a conversation with him. And he remembered me years later. That's before I was a fighter. And I was like, he had a great memory. He remembered me years later when I came to Japan. He said, what's up, man? I said, how you doing? You remember me? He said, yeah, I remember you. He told me everything we talked about.